everyone. Welcome to the Virgo full moon, which is exact on the 18th of March at 12:17 a.m. Pacific time. As a general overview, Virgo is mutable feminine earth energy. Full moons are times of realizations. Virgo is a health associated sign, an earth healing, getting healing energies from the earth, both directions sign. But we've got a larger backdrop here that I discuss in depth in the podcast, but I wanted to give you a quick snapshot in this YouTube video. So first, this full moon happens at 27 degrees of Virgo. This is at the tail end of a series of full moons that I mentioned last YouTube that have been kind of showing us there's a larger cycle going on. Full moons are cycles in themselves, but we as humanity are going through, we can sense a vast reboot, rebirth, cleanse. And so we're headed towards the end of a larger cycle of, I offer cleansing and rebooting. And this is one of the reasons why I said that is because we're heading towards a conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. Now, these two started to sort of walk hand in hand as of the 27th of January. That's when they came within 15 degrees of each other. They'll be within 15 degrees of each other for the rest of this year. But for this particular full moon, they're moving into 5 degrees of each other, which is considered a conjunction. It's not super tight. It's not exact until the 12th of April. But we're going to start to get a sense of what these energies are offering us. So it's interesting to note that both Jupiter and Neptune, Jupiter is currently considered the ruler of Sagittarius, but in ancient times, Jupiter was the ruler of Pisces. And in current times, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So both of these planets are very at home in this Piscean-Pisces energy. And Jupiter is typically known as a planet of expansion. I offer in the podcast to think of Jupiter as a planet of prana, a planet that gives life force to whatever it is that we're seeking to create, because the larger theme here is, what are we creating? So Jupiter is associated with luck and expansion, but really what the Virgo full moon is coming in, Virgo's very perfectionistic, detail-oriented. It's going to invite us to really clean up energetic house, to look at our inner world. Both Virgo and Pisces are inward-looking, intuitive signs. We're in the middle of a lot of seeming chaos in the external world. We're needing to lean on our intuitive, our inner knowings, and we're going to need to lean on that more and more and more and more. So one of the things that's really coming up is energetically cleaning house internally so that we can really know, oh, that's true for me. That's not true for me. That's true for me. So that we are navigating our world in the 3D world effortlessly. And Neptune is also in Pisces. Neptune is spiritual, idealistic. It's also the planet of illusion and delusion. And Neptune is psychic and intuitive as well. So one of the things that we can feel as a whole on humanity, so many of us are really wanting change, wanting shift, feeling the need for things to be different. This conjunction is reminding us that we're not done yet. We're not done even with the cleansing process, let alone it's not time to build anything yet because the structures are still shaking. They're still shaking out. So if you think about the grander scheme, if you were going to try to build a building as it was crumbling, you got to let everything that's crumbling go so that you can see if there's anything left standing so that you can reform it. So within that lens is what this full moon, those types of realizations. Oh, how could I be a little bit more patient with this process, even though it's challenging and it's taking so long? How can I pull myself up and be the energetic being that I am, and be the sovereign being that I am, and be the being that is meant to be in service for all, for the unified whole? So these are the themes of this full moon. I hope that you enjoy this video. I'll put a link to my podcast below. Also to invite you to join me on the March equinox on the 20th, just after this new moon. If you join my email list, I will shoot one more email out with the details of how to join me live. We'll gather at 11 a.m. Pacific time. All right. Thanks so much. Tons of love.